Excellent. Thank you, Michelle. So I've actually just taken over the screen, so when somebody tells me you can see my screen, actually I can see my screen, so that's good. Okay, so short amount of time, right, to make sure we kind of stay on time for the webinar, and Michelle's covered an awful lot of ground, right, and that ground really is all around the CRM, the direction of the new product, how am I getting there from my old product. So the goal today is really to give you just a quick flavor of what that new environment looks like. And even though you might be in the 8X platform, you actually have access to a lot of the things that she's talking about, right? So from a platform perspective, you do have the ability to have the mingle home pages, right? We're looking at one right now, which sits on top of that Ion and sits on top of InfoOS, which means all of that collaborative information that drives across the network is something that's available to you. So from a usability, right, that visibility, that efficiency, and that engagement layer is all built in with the thought across the entire platform. So not only do we have access to dashboards and working data, right, actionable data that can allow me to go ahead and drill right through to records, right? We're specifically talking about CRM today, but this could be pick your application, right? Infor applications, non-Infor applications. From a platform perspective, we give you the ability to bring in and create a starting place to be able to work with products and applications, not only Infor ones, but others. Michelle was pointing out some of the things, and I am Lord God, King of the Manor here, so I have access to a number of things. The ability to have Coleman skills. That's not just relegated to the mobile platform. It's something that you could do right here from your desktop as well. I'm wearing a headset today, so if I wanted to, I could actually blurt out commands and have it start following those or giving me information right from within here. So creating and working with Coleman skills is something that, again, is across the entire platform, not just one small portion of it, right? So whether you'd like to have your things from a Twitter-style fashion, or have my task list that pops up for me based on what my role is, right? So this could be very role-based. I'm a sales rep. I'm the VP, right? I'm the janitor. I might have tasks that I need to follow and get done in a certain period of time. So I can see them from a task level. I can see them from a workflow perspective, right? Again, all of that foundation allows you to have that beautiful workflow that goes on here. And I accidentally, while we were sitting here, killed the only alert that I had. I finished it accidentally, but alerts would pop up here based on, could be machines, right? I have it attached to a particular device on the floor, and it could give me an alert that comes back that says, hey, this device is overheating, right? Or an alert that simply says, we've added a new customer, or somebody else has come across, and have things to make it quick and easy for me to see what other things do I have to do today. So who are the new accounts? Who are my opportunities that I have to actually pay attention to? You get to define the rules of how these pop up on your particular list. Of course, working with marketing, Michelle said we're on our way down that path to do marketing integration. We have some things that are already available today, so pushing out marketing campaigns and emails and things like that, something that we do very, very well already. And of course, the importance of that is the ability to bring it back into that efficiency and engagement portion where I can actually do things with the data right away. She also mentioned things like burst and analytics. We have lots of dashboards already that are created. And in the new flavor of 8X, well, actually it'll be 8.4, right, that will be coming out, we have built-in burst dashboards. So right inside of the platform, you'll be able to see all of that feature and functionality from right within inside of the footprint, as well as being able to call them out here, right? So a couple of different types of dashboards. And as you can see, they can all reach out to different types of data. One, I might be looking at CRM data. One, I might be looking at ERP data. And the beautiful thing about it is I could create dashboards and alerts and tasks and workflows that combine the utilization of all of those things in one particular dashboard, right? So you can imagine all the flexibility that you have in creating actionable data inside of the environment, right? So if we jump into the new CRM has a brand new look and feel. And I can tell there's some of you sitting in your seat going right now going, wait a minute, it looks similar, right? So we did keep some of the feel of it. So the left-hand side, the left nav over here, really looks kind of similar to what the original or the current platform actually has. So understanding what accounts, contacts, leads, and opportunities are, right? That's the primary feature functionality that is within a particular CRM within our CRM, so I can actually get to those details right away. As Michelle laid out in the roadmap, we're soon to be adding things to support services and soon to be adding the marketing platform components that are built in here. But we've already got a lot of that stuff working within this particular platform. So from obviously a calendaring perspective, we already do that part where we're getting ready to roll out that email integration. So if, for any of you who are already using XBAR, that's something that's moving ahead and moving forward with the multi-tenant platform as well. So we'll be able to use that just like you would currently today. So that's a nice thing to have. And when we drill into our accounts, the ability to go look and pull information out of the environment is still as quick and easy as it was before. So previously, we did things like create groups, right, to be able to search and find. We had things like speed search to be able to go find particular data. I'm feeling like I'm having a little bit of a screen lag right here. So we'll let it catch up. I think I let it sit here a little bit too long. But we'll give it a second. If it doesn't come back, we'll try to grab another group here. There we go, a little data coming back for me. So when it catches up, you'll be able to see the menu system comes back, but the full data that happens to reside out here, being able to search by typing in account information. If I wanted to go find all my Abbott accounts, right, I can simply do a quick search. And not only is it going to do it from an account perspective, but it's also going to go do it across names, right? So I can see that I have a company name of Full Systems, but across the line here, I've got Keith Abbott, who happens to be in the contacts. So you're in control, much like speed search, of defining what fields are we searching across in the particular platform. So when we talk about being able to build groups, because that's something that was very strong in the single tenant platform, the ability to define quick lookup groups to be able to find things. And when I have my different groups, I have my all accounts, favorites, importance. Those are filters now, right? We don't call them groups, we call them filters. So whether I'm looking at all my accounts or I want to look at my East Coast accounts, I can drill in here and go find all of the accounts that have been defined in my East environment to be able to go get those records. So same feature functionality that you're used to having in the past, but you're also able to continue to move forward with the flexibility. So when we drive into particular accounts, I'm going to go look up a particular account because there is some stuff that Michelle mentioned that I wanted to make sure shows and rolls forward inside of the new platform. So I'm going to go look up Benson real quick. All right. Hopefully we find it rather quickly here if I spelled it right. Right? So I have Benson Pumps out here. So I've been looking at it in that traditional list view. If I drive into that particular account, now we're going to jump over into the detail view, and this is the meat and potatoes of that particular account. So I can see who they are, who my primary contact happens to be, what their address is, right? I can get a little bit of feedback about the particular company, how many employees, what is their average revenue, and tie things with KPIs, right? So we've done a great job now of giving you that functionality that says, what is this company doing for me? What is this company doing for themselves? So I can actually learn very quickly. I've also got it connected up to the stock market, right? So I can see when they're up and I can see when they're down. And as you can see, we've got a much different look and feel for the environment, right? So if I needed to go look at particular information about somebody, I most certainly could. How many contacts do I have? I've got 2 active contacts. But what I really wanted to point out here, because we're actually running out of time, is I wanted to point out the fact that we have already done some things to make sure the integration to ERP data resides, right? So I have bill tos and ship tos, and you can see already without me even clicking into it that I have data in here. So if I wanted to go look at a particular invoice, I've got 6 invoices out here. They have different data that are aligned to them, and everything can be visualized with either a list view or you can actually put it in a card view, so more detailed information comes out based on the card view that shows up, and when that is out there, so I can actually see greater detail about the card. Drilling into these guys would do that same thing that you're expecting or would have expected out of the single tenant platform, drilling deeper into more information. What are the line items? What are the products? What is the shipping status? All of those things that comes from a integration to any one of your ERPs. Now, we did talk a little bit about marketing integration, but if we had more time, I'd run through that. And at some point, I think we will get back together, or we can make sure that you guys get to see a full driving perspective of the mobile application. You can actually go out to the Apple Store right now, and you can download it, so you can actually have a look at what it looks like. And then if you want to work with our partner here, TechAd, we can actually see about getting you connected to it so you can touch it, feel it, love it, as the case may be. So very short on time. I want to make sure that we give Scott some time to cover some bases, but the idea was to give you a short flavor of what the new platform looks like. There's a lot of things coming. If you do come to Inform, there are a number of sessions. In the hub, we're going to have all of this stuff out there and running. I actually have a training session that will allow you to come in and lay your hands on the CRM, right? So you'll be able to get under the covers and see the mobile piece, be able to see the desktop piece as well as the email integration stuff. So if you come to Inform, look for that particular training session. I don't know what day it's on, but you'll be able to have access to that. So I don't want to chew up the rest of the time, so I will yield back. That is a really quick flavor of the new platform.